Hi. Today is another video. 8 hours ago. It was 3.291 likes, views 53.311. This is her.
The TikToker star become hated out of the blue. Well, that may be the case with Nadine Beauty, who's a German TikToker who ruled in the early 2020s due to her ability to hop on trends and her promotion of body positivity. I'm going to make something clear in this video. I'm not going to be hating or exposing her like I did with Clara Dua, because overall, I kind of side with her in this situation. We're more going to be discussing why people are hating on her so much recently and why there's multiple hate videos on her and thousands of hate comments. So with that, let's get started. This video is a reminder that one video can turn thousands of people against you, even if the video is kind of a misunderstanding or isn't. You'll have to decide in the comments. First, I want to remind you to join my Discord and subscribe to my animation channel, link in description below. With that, let's get into it. Nadine has gone viral countless times on YouTube and TikTok, but now her presence on the internet is nearly non-existent. At times, she doesn't post for months. Recently, she took a month break. While she's never stated why, it may be because of the events that occur in this video. But of course, that's just my assumption. Simple Dance is following trends. Out of everyone on YouTube, she seemed to be the least likely to get into a serious controversy and turn a lot of people against her. She posted stuff like this. Her channel grew to a whopping 5 million, nearly 6 million in fact, to be exact 5.88. She grew to be known as one of the biggest TikTokers in the entire country of Germany, which is actually pretty impressive because I'm probably like the 1,700 millionth YouTuber in the US. She posted a lot of positive content about her body and relationship. I know, I would know from all the comments I get about how negative I am, but yeah, let's just not get into that right now. She had different body features which she would use to discuss and spread body positivity. She would discuss her legs having spotted colors and her hair having gray streaks. She discussed this in a lot of her videos, encouraging people to embrace being different. She kind of reminds me of other TikTokers such as Clara Duo. Before Clara changed in a pretty bad way, both of them used to kind of spread love and positivity to their viewers. But everything would change in a matter of months, and thousands of people would turn against her when an exposed video was made on her. And I have a feeling a lot of people won't agree with this person who made the exposed video, and personally, I don't agree with them either. But I feel like we need to discuss it because a lot of people turned against her due to it. And kind of going off of what I said before, it was mainly two videos that would make people so mad at Nadine. Firstly, it was a video Nadine released where she pretends to turn into a monster and puts on fake teeth. This would lead to the user making a video calling her out, saying she was making fun of people with deformed teeth. Thousands of people would agree with this person, along with many people in the comment sections. Overall,
she didn't say she was making fun of them. It's like Halloween. They have fake teeth on her, like, and scary stuff. It might have not been for Halloween, but it's just for a video. For fun. She won't make it. Because making fun of them, say, ha ha, you got fake teeth, look, I got these fake teeth on. And you lot got fake teeth, your teeth are so terrible. Because they wouldn't say that, that's not nice. And she didn't say it. I think she was just doing it fun.
Are off, but I believe that this situation was just a big misunderstanding. Here's the video. And people were not happy from this video at all. They did not like it one bit. They saw it as stuck up, they saw it as rude, and they saw it as her just making fun of people with deformed teeth. They said that just because your teeth aren't perfect doesn't mean that you're...
It's put in the bio, not the bio, like, the bio title, it's saying, ha ha ha, you got fake teeth. Or you have got bad teeth. she said, "Oh, your teeth are so bad, they're disformed. I'm gonna do these fake teeth to make fun of people. 'Cause like, fake teeth are terrible. Or like, disformed teeth, ew, it's disgusting. Ha 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 ha." She didn't do that, she didn't laugh at him, she didn't say anything bad about formed teeth, she just put fake teeth in.
A monster. And I feel, controversial opinion probably, but I feel like this is kind of a stretch because I don't think this is what she intended to do. I feel like it was kind of not intended to make fun of people with deformed teeth. I feel like she just wanted off the top of her head to think of what would represent a monster. She thought, oh, crazy teeth. So I just feel like this is kind of a stretch. But at the same time, like if I had deformed teeth and I had been made fun of it countless times, I could see where they're coming from. Like they see it as rude. Maybe that is what she intended, but overall, in my opinion, I think it just looks bad from the viewpoint. Teeth shouldn't define beauty. My teeth are not like this, but I was offended. So most of the top comments were calling her out for this, and I can once again kind of see their perspective. Like this could be seen as offensive, but I don't think that she meant that. I think she was just trying to look like a vampire or something, and she thought crazy teeth out the top of her head. She didn't straight out say if you have crooked teeth, you're horrible, but overall, this wouldn't be the only video that would cause controversy. In fact, it was only the start for Nadine. People would also be annoyed that she would make multiple videos about body positivity. A lot would be saying that she's a pick-me and she makes her body her entire personality. Most would comment a lot of things about her making her hair her entire personality or her legs, kind of similar to Clara Duo, except once again, we all know what Clara did, and that's not for this video for now. She would get a lot of hate for this because her videos were kind of repetitive, some would say, because she would kind of make the same videos about her legs over and over and over again, and overall that would cause kind of a shift from part.
Yeah, I did a video about Craig Dewar. No, we go to that video.
Of her audience to turn against her. But she still had a lot of supporters, so overall it looked good for her at the time. She seemed to be going pretty well. Her views are doing really well. A lot of her videos got millions of views, hundreds of thousands of likes, and overall she must have been making a lot of money. She still makes a decent amount of money and has millions of followers on all platforms, but she once again kind of doesn't post as much, especially on YouTube. Before the exposed videos, she did a lot of interviews. She talked about how she responded to hate. She overall discussed how she became famous, and a lot of people would say this was because of pretty privilege. Once again, they would say she just blew up because of her beauty and because of her looks, not because of any talent. I feel like if you're going to make this argument for one person, you got to make it for all TikTokers. Most TikTokers that got famous off of dancing got famous partly because they're attractive, but before the exposed video, that was the main.
I'm not that famous. No. I said famous is 100k and more. That's when you get paid. And I've already got 2.30k, so I'm not famous, but I'm not doing it for the money. I don't get paid there. I just want to start YouTube because I saw other people doing it, and I worked for, and I just wanted to make people happy with my videos.
Main hate she would get is the argument that she had pretty privilege, which is kind of like an argument most TikTokers get. It's kind of like, yeah, that could be true for a lot of TikTokers, but at the same time, random things blow up on TikTok all the time. So it's just kind of like, meh, it's an argument. Or Brooke Monk, I remember, got that argument a ton. So a lot of TikTokers get that. It's completely normal to get that when you blow up. So overall, it's just kind of like a meh argument. It wasn't really a controversy. It was just kind of the only reason people would hate on her. A few videos would call her cringe, but at the time before the exposed video, that was really the only criticism.
So yeah, she's got 8.76 million subs and 4k videos.
God, it wasn't anything serious like the deformed teeth allegations and the other thing that we're going to get into in a minute. It was really just calling her cringe, which I feel like a lot of TikTokers get that once again. So nothing real, nothing really that caused real hate would come her way until this exposed video would come out. And yeah, once again, I feel like this is going to be really, really controversial, but I don't really agree with them. exposed video. The second part is probably better than the first part, arguably. I agree with it more than the first part, but overall I just don't agree with it because it just is kind of filled with assumptions. And overall, I get their arguments and I get their point of view, but me personally, it just feels like it's kind of like a misunderstanding. The
Yeah.
second argument is calling her out for being a hypocrite. This, once again, is kind of more of a valid argument, but we're going to have to kind of dissect it because it's an interesting perspective.
I think it's a
They basically say that she's a
misunderstanding.
hypocrite because in one video she calls herself ugly, but then in a different video she proceeds to ask the audience what type of pretty they think she is. Popular pretty, this pretty, that pretty, you get the idea. Which I can see where they're coming from. This is a bit hypocritical because at one point she's calling herself ugly, but then she calls herself pretty. So overall, it just seems like she's kind of lying to her audience. Okay, after rewatching it, I've taken it. This kind of seems like a nothing burger. Like, what is bro on to? Absolutely nothing. So I think they're trying to make the connection that she called herself ugly, and therefore she can't call herself pretty later on. Well, newsflash, like people can shift their view on their body. Sometimes you see yourself as ugly, and sometimes you see yourself as pretty. I don't really see the point here. I guess they're kind of calling her a hypocrite and a pick me because, you know, sometimes that one person
Yeah, but they can change your mind and stuff.
will go, I'm ugly, when they're obviously not. So they'll get a bunch of people in their comments saying, no, you're really pretty, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're amazing, basically fishing for comments. I think that's more of what this video is accusing her of doing, which is possible, but at the same time, literally anyone on this planet can see themselves as ugly. It may not be her trying to be a pick-me. She may genuinely feel insecure at the moment when she made that video. I just feel like that's kind of a dumb thing to claim to expose her for. This exposed video was fairly successful. All the comments, well, not all, but the majority of the comments were on her side. And I can see why on the deformity part. Once again, I don't personally agree with it because for a while I was posting a million videos a day. It's possible to just say something that could be taken the wrong way. But I can also see from their perspective, if you are around someone with deformed teeth or if you have experienced that, it can be really offensive, and I understand that. So both perspectives on that matter are valid, but
you do not post a million videos a day on your channel. Wait, go back. So you only got 73 videos, so how can you post a million a day? You can't. And YouTube Guidelines says, because I've got this come up before, it says, you have done too many videos a day, you only can do 100 videos a day. Or it says something like that. So actually you only can do 100 videos a day. So, yeah.
the second part, I'm just confused what they're arguing. I think they're kind of saying she's a hypocrite. I just don't see how she's a hypocrite. I just find that argument a little bit more dumb. But that exposed video got over 1,000 likes. So overall, there was a pretty decent amount of people that agreed with it and probably liked me for the first part. But also a lot of them thought she was a pick-me or probably still think she's a pick-me. So that's mainly the main reason why she has become more hated. Once again, yeah, kind of dumb overall. I feel like it was kind of a misunderstanding. It wasn't really a valid reason to hate on her. But then again, once again, I can see it from your perspective if you were on the other side. The main reason I wanted to discuss her is because I haven't seen her in forever and I was curious why. And of course, it's just a huge assumption, but that video could have been why because she's posted so much less. I remember when I used to watch YouTube Shorts once in a while, she was always someone that would pop up, and now she posts like once a month and will randomly leave, so she isn't quite as relevant on YouTube Shorts. And I don't know why. It's really none of my business, obviously, but that's the main reason why I decided to create this video, because I was interested in why some people were hating on her and where she had gone, because she still posts on TikTok almost daily and she still posts on her Instagram story a lot. Yes, I did my research, I know, whatever, but she doesn't post quite as often on YouTube. And if it isn't for the hate videos, it could be for other reasons. People like Charlie D'Amelio and other TikTokers don't post on YouTube any times as much as often as they post on TikTok, mainly because they grew large on TikTok and that's the main app they focus on. So it could just be something like that. But overall, I was just curious behind the reasoning on that. It could also be she's got a little bit more bored with these type of videos because they do seem kind of repetitive over time, which is kind of like boring, like maybe the process of making them isn't fun anymore and she just has done them less. So there's multiple reasons why she could have done this. So I'm not saying it's directly due to that exposed video. I'm just saying she probably got quite a bit of hate from that video because a lot of people agreed with it, even though parts of it were kind of incorrect. Another time I remember she got a lot of hate was when she made a video where she's like with another girl, and it's the trend where you like make faces of like happiness or sadness as a reaction
Might
to
check
like
out video
something
that
talking about a boy. Like for example,
after this video, and if I like a video, I might sub to it, and if I do like a video, then I want sub to it.
he's tall, and then they'll like act happy because they like tall guys. Well, it was that trend, but it was he's short, and they all reacted badly, and all the comments were calling her out and saying she's a hypocrite for this, which I've kind of talked about this stuff before. She has expressed in a lot of her videos that she prefers tall guys over short guys, and a lot of people say she's a hypocrite for this because she preaches body positivity and loving things you can't control, and obviously guys can't control their height, which I can definitely see this. This does seem like hating on men for this reason. And you can compare it to the girl I talked about previously, Jasmine Tan, who also preached positivity, but then hated on men, made a lot of content kind of tearing them down, saying they're ugly. But
no, I don't think she's trying to do that. I think she's saying, she likes people that kind of height.
blah, 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 blah. I can definitely see where this is from. It really just comes from the angle of, are people allowed to have preferences in relationships? Or is it just hating on men overall? Like, is she just simply saying what she prefers? Maybe she's not calling small guys ugly. She's just saying.
Oops, sorry, after the video, that's it.
How can a regular TikTok like a
Wait.
review where she had gone because like act happy because they like tall guys? Down saying they're ugly, blah 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 blah. I can definitely see where this is from. It really just comes from the angle of,
I think she was saying, that's her preference.
are people allowed to have preferences in relationships, or is it just hating on men overall? Like, is she just simply saying what she prefers? Maybe she's not calling small guys ugly. She's just saying she prefers to date a tall guy.
No, I think it's her preference, like in a relationship, so like what she would want in a guy, not what a relationship what is she in. I think.
So I can't find the old video. I can find somewhere she says she prefers tall guys, but I can't find the video where she's kind of making faces. But I do remember seeing it, so I don't know if it's deleted or what happened to it. So yeah, these small controversies, except for the
She might have deleted it, or you just can't find it.
video, which is
I should
kind of a
private
larger
it.
one, didn't really come close to destroying her reputation or career. It really just made.
Yeah, but to be fair, if you're saying it, and she said it in a video, and she's typed it, or like said it, then in the typed in the title, then you have not got the proof if you're not showing us. Well, if the people who's watching this has seen it, then they know. But if people not seen it, then they didn't know.
Kind of hated in certain areas, but overall she's been doing okay. She posts less, but overall when she does post, she doesn't receive tons of hate like other influencers who have been exposed do. She receives still lots of love. And the exposed video was successful, but at the same time, there were a lot of people that were siding with her. So overall, I feel like this incident is just kind of dumb. It's kind of a nothing burger, and it's kind of just a reminder that anything can be taken the wrong way on the internet. So that's pretty much the video. I thought I'd do a video like this before I move into a pretty long video I have coming up that's going to take a lot of editing. That way I can kind of buy myself more time. I don't know about that video. It's definitely going to be an interesting watch. I hope you subscribe to my animation channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment critiquing me or answering something I've been wondering in this video. Whatever you want to say, comment it. Make sure to like the video, support my channel. I have plenty more videos you can watch. Overall, hope you enjoyed this video.
Putting pictures on. No. I didn't put these pictures on, Good Call Crazy did.